Hey guys, it's interesting now. The year 2025 marks a pivotal juncture in the global economic landscape. As we stand on the cusp of a new era, the world is watching closely, anticipating the shifts and turns that will define the future of our interconnected economies. The world's three largest economies, the United States, the European Union, and China, find themselves at critical crossroads. Each of these economic giants faces unique challenges and opportunities that will shape not only their own futures but also the global economic order. Their destinies are intertwined, their fortunes interconnected. The decisions made in these power centers will have far-reaching implications, influencing markets, trade, and economic policies worldwide. The intricate web of global trade and economic interdependence means that no nation operates in isolation. The ripple effects of policy changes, economic shifts, and market dynamics in one region can quickly spread across the globe. The decisions made in Washington, Brussels, and Beijing will reverberate across the global economy, shaping the prosperity and stability of nations. These cities are not just political capitals, they are the nerve centers of economic strategy and decision-making. This essay will delve into the economic predictions for these economic powerhouses, examining the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. We will explore the forecasts and analyses that predict the trajectories of these economies. We will navigate the complex interplay of factors that will shape their economic trajectories in 2025. From fiscal policies to market trends, every element plays a crucial role in determining the economic outcomes. From inflation and interest rates in the US, which are pivotal in determining consumer spending and investment, to the energy crisis and political dynamics in the EU, which are reshaping the continent's economic landscape and influencing its policy directions, and the intricacies of domestic demand and technological innovation in China, which are driving its rapid economic growth and positioning it as a leader in the global market. We will unravel the economic narratives of these global players. Each of these regions has a story to tell, a narrative that is rich with potential and fraught with challenges. This is not merely an academic exercise. The insights gained from understanding these economic predictions are vital for real-world applications. Understanding these economic predictions is crucial for investors, businesses, and policymakers alike. It provides a roadmap for strategic planning and decision-making. It allows us to anticipate potential risks and capitalize on emerging opportunities. By staying informed and proactive, we can navigate the uncertainties of the global economy. As we embark on this journey of economic exploration, let us remember that the global economy is not a zero-sum game. Collaboration and mutual benefit are key to achieving sustainable growth and prosperity for all. The United States, the world's largest economy, enters 2025 facing a delicate balancing act. With its vast and diverse economic landscape, the country must navigate a series of complex challenges to maintain its position on the global stage. Inflation, though tamed from its peak, remains a persistent concern. The cost of living continues to be a significant issue for many Americans, affecting everything from groceries to housing. The Federal Reserve, tasked with maintaining price stability, walks a tightrope. Its decisions on interest rates are crucial, as they influence borrowing costs for consumers and businesses alike. Raise interest rates too aggressively, and the economy risks tipping into recession. This could lead to higher unemployment and reduced consumer spending, further complicating the economic recovery. Move too cautiously, and inflation could rear its head once again. Persistent inflation erodes purchasing power, making it harder for families to make ends meet. Consumer spending, the engine of the American economy, shows signs of resilience but remains vulnerable to inflationary pressures. High prices can deter spending, slowing down economic growth. The labor market, while robust, faces challenges from automation and technological advancements. These changes can lead to job displacement, requiring workers to adapt and acquire new skills. The Biden administration's fiscal policies, particularly its investments in infrastructure and green energy, will play a crucial role in shaping the economic landscape. These initiatives aim to create jobs and promote sustainable growth. However, the U.S. economy is not solely shaped by domestic forces. Global economic trends and international relations significantly impact the nation's economic health. Global trade tensions, particularly with China, cast a shadow on the economic outlook. Trade policies and tariffs can affect the flow of goods and services, influencing prices and availability. The strength of the US dollar, while a boon for American consumers importing goods, makes US exports more expensive, potentially impacting American businesses. Balancing these factors is key to sustaining economic growth and stability. The European Union confronts 2025 grappling with an unprecedented energy crisis. The war in Ukraine has exposed the bloc's dependence on Russian energy, sending shockwaves through its economy. Energy prices have skyrocketed, fueling inflation and squeezing household budgets. The European Central Bank faces the unenviable task of taming inflation without exacerbating the economic slowdown. The impact of Brexit continues to reverberate, with trade relations between the UK and the EU still a work in progress. The political landscape remains fragmented, with populist movements posing challenges to EU unity. Despite these challenges, the EU displays remarkable resilience. Its commitment to green energy and digital transformation offers a path toward a more sustainable and competitive economy. The bloc's robust social safety net provides a cushion against economic shocks. China, the world's second-largest economy, enters 2025 at a critical juncture. The nation has experienced unprecedented growth over the past few decades, transforming from a largely agrarian society into a global industrial powerhouse. Its decades-long economic boom, fueled by exports and investment, is slowing. The manufacturing sector, once the backbone of China's rapid expansion, is facing increased competition and rising labor costs. The country faces a demographic challenge with a shrinking workforce and an aging population. This demographic shift is putting pressure on the social security system and healthcare services, necessitating urgent reforms. To sustain economic growth, China is shifting its focus from export-led growth to domestic consumption. The government is encouraging citizens to spend more, aiming to create a more balanced and resilient economy. The government is implementing policies to boost household incomes and encourage spending. Initiatives include tax cuts, subsidies, and efforts to improve social welfare programs. The real estate sector, once a driver of growth, is undergoing a period of adjustment, with the government taking steps to address speculation and oversupply. This includes stricter regulations and efforts to promote affordable housing. Technological innovation remains a bright spot for the Chinese economy. The country is investing heavily in research and development, aiming to become a leader in high-tech industries. The country is making strides in artificial intelligence, 5G, and renewable energy. These advancements are expected to drive future growth and help China transition to a more sustainable economic model. However, China's growing geopolitical influence and its assertive foreign policy have sparked trade tensions and security concerns, introducing an element of uncertainty into its economic outlook. The ongoing trade disputes with major economies like the United States could impact China's export markets and overall economic stability. Section 5. The Global Trade Tightrope. The global economy in 2025 walks a tightrope. On the one hand, interconnectedness and interdependence have reached unprecedented levels. Global trade, despite recent disruptions, remains a powerful engine of economic growth, lifting millions out of poverty. On the other hand, the rules-based trading system that has underpinned global prosperity for decades is facing unprecedented strain. Protectionist sentiments are on the rise, fueled by concerns about job losses, unfair competition, and national security. The World Trade Organization, the arbiter of global trade disputes, finds itself increasingly sidelined. Section 6. Supply chain resilience, a global imperative. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed the fragility of global supply chains. Lockdowns, factory closures, and border restrictions caused massive disruptions, leading to shortages, delays, and price hikes. The war in Ukraine further exacerbated these challenges, highlighting the risks of overdependence on a single supplier or region. In 2025, building more resilient supply chains is no longer a choice, but an imperative. Businesses are diversifying their sourcing, nearshoring production, and investing in digital technologies to enhance transparency and agility. Governments are playing a role by providing incentives for domestic production and fostering international cooperation to strengthen supply chain security. Section 7. Climate change, an economic wildcard. Climate change is no longer a distant threat but a present danger, with far-reaching economic consequences. Extreme weather events from heat waves and droughts to floods and wildfires are becoming more frequent and intense, disrupting businesses, displacing communities, and causing billions of dollars in damage. The transition to a low-carbon economy presents both challenges and opportunities. Investing in renewable energy, energy efficiency, and climate adaptation measures will require trillions of dollars in capital. However, these investments will also create new jobs, spur innovation, and improve public health. Section 8. The future of global cooperation. In an increasingly interconnected world, global cooperation is more important than ever. From tackling climate change and pandemics to managing global trade and financial stability, the challenges we face transcend national borders. However, the multilateral institutions that were created to foster cooperation are under strain. The rise of nationalism, populism, and great power rivalry has eroded trust and made it more difficult to find common ground. Reforming and strengthening these institutions, while fostering dialogue and building trust among nations, is essential to address the complex challenges of the 21st century. Section 9. Charting the economic course ahead. The global economy in 2025 faces a confluence of challenges and opportunities. Inflation, interest rates, energy prices, supply chain disruptions, climate change, and geopolitical tensions create a complex and uncertain landscape. Navigating this terrain requires careful analysis, prudent decision-making, and a commitment to cooperation. The choices made by policymakers, business leaders, and citizens will determine whether we can harness the forces of globalization for the benefit of all, or succumb to the perils of division and conflict. The stakes are high, but so too is the potential for progress. Like and subscribe for more content like this.